Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome back to my review of Kids Room stuff. So now we're going to do an overview of all of the objects in Kids Room stuff, as well as some gameplay later on. So first I'm going to show off the three styled rooms in this pack. So this first one is called All to Myself. As you can see here, it comes in a green and a blue and a pink. So yeah, it is really cute, and I really love how with this room it has like the wall sectioning off the dresser drawer. Maybe you could even fit a walk-in closet with Get Together. You probably have to push the wall out a bit more to fit it. But yeah, it's a really nifty little thing they did with that room over there. Then you have this room over here called the Master Playroom. And yeah, it comes in a really cool green style. It's my favorite out of the three, where it actually has the individual wall tiles painted with the different shades of green. And then you got this purple one here and the blue one. So yeah, this is probably my favorite one. Maybe for just the style of it. I don't know, I also like the last one too. But yeah, it's definitely a nice little setup here where you have like the game station and the puppet theater as well. And yeah, the last room is called Can Have It All. And yeah, it comes in this nice sort of navy blue, which is the one that I placed down. And then there's also a yellow one. And then there's this light blue as well. Yeah, I really like this one. I really like the colors in this pack too. And Seagull Graham made special mention of how the base game kids furniture were mainly primary colors and I guess a little bit more basic, you could say. But these ones are more like when kids start to come into their own and really decide what sort of styles they really like. So yeah, it's really interesting that they've paid attention to things like that. But yeah, let's move on to showing all of the individual objects. And there's quite a few, and it really helps make the numbers feel even higher just because a lot of the objects have so many different recolors for them. So here is a new bed. I really like this bed a lot. And oh my gosh, did we need new beds so badly. And while we only got one, it's still a pretty nice one, and it has a variety of different styles. Although I think this default one is my favorite. Like, it has the little bird sitting on the trees. It's so cute. And then you have this one with the kulala on it. And then you have like the one with the elephants. Then you have this really nice geometric one. Then you have this nice, more simple one. This is a green one. And you have this one with the robot on it. And you got like a more plain one right here, which is good. And then you have another kulala one. This one I really like as well. I've already used this in Brittany's bedroom. And then you have this really cool one that really reminds me of Get Together. And this one as well, which is pretty similar. And then you got this sectional sort of, not really. It's not actually sectional seat, but it actually looks like one, and it has a bunch of different styles too. You could definitely fit this one into a few different sort of rooms, not just for a kid's room. And actually, before I forget, I'm going to read the description of a couple of objects as per tradition in my stuff pack reviews. Because yeah, if you don't read at least a few of the object descriptions in each pack, you're missing out for sure. So this is called the section of sectional chair. When lined up side by side, it's clear that a section of this otherwise sectional chair is missing. Where's the missing section? And yeah, that is actually legit a good question. I'm not really sure why this isn't an actual sectional seating. I don't know. I mean, we did just get sectional seating in Dine Out, but I don't know. Maybe it was just a limitation with the budget or something, and they decided to poke fun at themselves for it. I don't really know. But what was the other one I was reading? Oh yeah, this one called the hippopotamen. Each hippopotamen comes with a lifetime warranty. To guarantee the durability of this ottoman, the manufacturer famously tests each one before it leaves the factory by having a 4,000-pound hippopotamus lay upon it. Buy with confidence. So yeah, that's really cute and creative. I love some of these object descriptions. But yeah, let's continue showing off each of the objects here. So this office chair I really like a lot. I'm going to be using this a lot, not just in kids' rooms, but in a lot of office settings at home as well. Because it just looks like a normal office chair. And yeah, those are all the colors for it. Pretty normal recolors for that one. So here's the hippopotamen in all of its various colors. I really like this ottoman as well. And then you got some of the new surfaces. You got some new surfaces in this pack as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure all these colors actually match up, which is pretty great. And you got this new desk over here. Oh yeah, this one's actually called, yeah, it's called the Stop desk, which actually reminds me of how, like, sometimes, like, people online, you say, like, stop, except it's spelled with an H instead of a second A, but it just really reminds me of that. And it reminds me of IKEA as well. But here are the colors for that as well. Yeah, they are the same as the end table. And then you also got this TV stand, which is great. I love me some TV stands. And let's move on over here. So you do have this little rocket ship that goes well with the space theme of kids' room stuff. And you can place this on the floor as well as on surfaces without needing move objects. So yeah, that's pretty nifty. And then you also got this really cool trash bin, which I know this sounds kind of weird, but this is definitely one of my favorite objects in this pack because there's so many different designs for this, and it's not just, oh, some of them have different colors and stuff. Some of them actually have different objects, or, well, not really objects, but just kind of like little designs attached to them. See, like with this one, there's the flower attached to it, and then you got some more plain ones, and then there's a few where, yeah, you have Saturn attached to it. It's like, what? That's so awesome. I didn't think they could even really do that. But yeah, they didn't even have to make a separate object for those ones. They're just recolors, except they're a little bit more advanced. So yeah, that is amazing. Just like the amount of effort in kids' room stuff is like unreal. It's so amazing. All right, so let's move on to the wall dividers over here. So you have two separate versions. One has like the clothes draped over top of it, and the other one doesn't. So you have some different colors and designs for that as well. So you can go plain if you want, or you can have some of the ones with the stickers on them as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the same designs, which is good. Got some consistency between both of them. And over here, you have what are actually two bookshelves. They're very easy to tile together, which is really great. I really love that a lot. So you got a double bookshelf and just a standard one tile bookshelf. So yeah, definitely a good way to upgrade your library, I suppose, which is really nice. This stuff pack is definitely going to make me use libraries a bit more because, yeah, both libraries and museums I don't really use a lot, but yeah, really, both of those could, well, I don't think the game station would fit in a museum, but maybe the puppet theater, and both of them would fit a library as well. So over here, you got the mirror, which I believe, yeah, it does have some different designs on them as well, which is really cool. Yeah! Lots and lots of different colors for this one, and you do have some plain ones without anything on them as well. Then you also have this wardrobe over here, which does have some plain and more interesting variants as well. So yeah, you have like ones with kids' photos on them. And then you have some plain ones as well. So you got a very nice mixture. Then over here you got a new toy chest, which also comes in a really good variety of colors and designs. And then you have a Kulala plushie over here, and yeah, some of them even have like different expressions and stuff. It's really adorable. And then you also got this toy robot over here. It comes in a bunch of different designs as well. Then over here you got the gameplay items. The Puppet Theater, which I'll show you the different colors for that. Yeah, quite a few different colors for that as well, which is great because I'm going to be using the Puppet Theater quite a bit, as well as the Game Station. It also has quite a few recolors. This green one actually matched perfectly with an arcade I already had in my game that was like, it was a lot that I downloaded. I can't remember who made it, but it has both an arcade and a cafe in it, and yeah, the green one has, like, it matched perfectly with that arcade, which is amazing. I love that they seem to actually think of continuity between some color designs with previous packs as well. And then over here you have all of the wall decorations. Oh my goodness, there's so many wall decorations in this game. It's awesome. Lots of stuff to personalize your kids' room with. And what's really cool with these butterflies over here is that, yeah, you do have like a right angled one and a left angled one as well. But not just that, it also glows at night. So yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, the thought and detail into this pack is amazing. Like, I think they really did take advantage of that extra time they must have gained from that content drought we had for a few months. Because, yeah, this is so well thought out. And these are actually lights as well, like this kids painting that does come in different variants. And let's go to the recolors of the butterflies. Yeah, there's quite a few different ones for that as well. It would actually match Outdoor Retreat pretty well too, now that I think about it. And over here, you have part of what I really consider to be the heart of Kids Room stuff, the Void Critters. So we have these wall decals for these as well, or wall decals. I keep saying it wrong, but yeah, you have all of the different Void Critters. And they're categorized by type as well, so this is the easiest way to remember what type each Void Critter is. So then you have like the wind types over here. This dragon is really cool, that's one of my favorites. And then Simguru Rusky's favorite, the Meduso. And then I think that one names is Nimbus. I still haven't memorized all the names yet. There's so many different ones. There's 20 Void Critters in this stuff pack. Then this one is Nymphia, which is Brittany's main Void Critter right now. Then you have my theme, and then you have this one, and this monkey-like one. Then you have these ones. There's like the Wisp, and there's that one, and that's my favorite one right now, because it reminds me of the Pokemon Umbreon, and its name is Vulpes. And then you have this one over here. It has all like all the fire types. Yeah, surprisingly, this one's a fire type. I never would have guessed. This one really reminds me a lot of Goldeen, but nope, it's actually a fire type. It just reminds me of how some Pokemon don't look like what their type is. Like, for example, Soul Galo, I think it's called. It's the legendary of Pokemon Sun. It looks like a fire type, but no, it's Psychic and Steel, which is really, really weird. But over here you got this basically like signed shirt in a frame, which is really cool. Definitely good for those sporty kids. And then over here you have like some decorative shelves. You got like, yeah, just some different colors for these ones. And then you got another little shelf over here, another thing with with a dog on it. Oh, and there's one with a cat as well. I haven't actually seen all the designs for this one. So there's one with the pig, one with Saturn on it. That's really cool. And then over here you got this really cool looking abstract one. And you have one with flowers, and then one that's very space age themed. And then here on the other side of the wall we have a few more things. So this one is an actual shelf where you can place stuff inside of it. And there's all the different colors for that. I'll actually switch that back to daytime so you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, definitely lots of colors that can suit different themes. I'll just go back over here for a second so you can see what this looks like during the daytime. And then you got these sets of pictures over here that actually do have different designs for that as well. I love this plain one. And then you got this one with some animals, and then you got a space one, and this tropical one too, which is really cool. And you got another set of wall decorations here. Looks like these ones are all the same with different colors. Then you got this new clock over here. I really wanted a new clock in the near future, so I'm glad we have another one. There's one with Kulala, and some more abstract and geometric ones as well. Really cool. I definitely want to use that clock in the future. And then we got this really cool wall sticker for the robot, and it has a couple different poses as well, because you got this cool standing one. Then you got this one doing a more badass pose. You got this black and white one, and that one, and that one. And then you have a poster, which is actually inspired by the Between TV station, because there's actually a new TV channel in this stuff pack, which is really cool. And yeah, there's kind of like a TV show based around the Void Critters. It just reminds me of the Pokemon anime, but yeah, unfortunately, that one doesn't have any recolors. But yeah, it's alright. There's so many other recolors for all the other stuff in this pack anyways. And then you got this one. It's like a pair of posters. Yeah, more Kulala, more sporty one, some more like tween idol stuff. Yeah, super cute. Alright, so that's all of the objects in this pack. So I will go over to where I have the gameplay objects in a more, I don't know, I guess a better looking setting, because yeah, if I show them off right here, it just wouldn't be as interesting looking in my opinion. So I will get back to you guys in just a minute. Alright, so here we are in my Let's Play file. So this is where I have Brittany and her mom Lindsay living in. And I'm just going to show off the Between TV station real quick. This is the new TV station in Kids Room Stuff. There is also a tween pop radio station, but for some reason it's only available on the floor stereos, and I never have floor stereos in my kids' bedrooms. I always have like the table ones. So even though I have the Spa Day radio in Brittany's room, it doesn't have the tween pop radio station, which really stinks in my opinion. This might actually be my biggest complaint about this stuff pack. Even if it doesn't sound like that big a complaint, that probably is the biggest one. So you know you have a good stuff pack on your hands when that's the biggest complaint that I can think of. But yeah, the in-between, or not in-between, just the Between TV station has like a music video sort of thing, and it has a Void Critter show. Oh, they're taking a picture together. And yeah, so let's get into the Void Critters stuff. So there is a new household collection. You just scroll down to the bottom here. So there are 20 Void Critters, and Brittany has managed to collect 5 of them. All of them are common, I believe. Yeah, except for Nimbus. And once you collect all 20 of them, you actually do get some sort of special plaque telling you that you're like the Void Critter Master or something along those lines. And a really cool thing about these Void Critters is that they actually have this limited edition foil variant for each and every one of them. So it kind of reminds me of collecting shiny Pokemon cards back in the day. So that's a really cool touch. And you can actually trade Void Critter cards with your friends as well. So yeah, that's another way to collect the cards, in addition to collecting them from tree stumps and trash cans out in the world. Or you can also buy booster packs from the computer if you happen to have one of those. And yeah, let's just quickly go out into the world and see if maybe we can get a new void critter for her. We'll get to the puppet theater when we go to the library in Windenburg, where Ashley has kindly revamped the little seating area in that library to be a play area for the kids, where there's the game station and the puppet theater. Alright. Let's see if she gets anything. So, you can either get a void critter or you can get a toy, which she has unfortunately found, a random discarded toy. Although the toys can be worth a decent amount, so we're just gonna sell that one. There's at least one more log in this neighborhood somewhere. There it is, right there. Let's see if we find one. It'd be cool if we did, but at least she does have a few void critters. I'm actually going to show you what a couple of them look like out of the inventory. And they actually do place on the battle station when you use it. So she has duplicate wisps, so you can choose which cards you trade, so you can easily get rid of your duplicates. So there's a couple of them right there. There's her favorite one, Nymphia, and that was the first one that she found. And by the way, you can also use the bb.show hidden objects cheat while you're in build mode to easily buy the void critters. So if you wanted to open like a toy shop with get to work, then you can easily sell those, which is really cool. Unfortunately she got another one of those chompy toys. But yeah, at least she does have a few critters to battle with. And yeah, let's head over to the library. And she actually does have a void critter club called Friends of the Void Critters, where they watch TV and they battle void critters. And I don't think I actually set up any rules that are like banned things. But I will also have a rival club where where they'll be kind of like Gary Oak, where they'll just treat the void critters as battle soldiers, and they will ban sleeping. And yeah, that should be really fun to play out. So we'll go over to the library. And yeah, we'll bring her mother along. And let's head over there, and then I'll start the club gathering once we're actually on the lot. So right now, Carla and Dean Bean, the kids from my Let's Run a Cafe mini-series, they are in this club as well. I haven't added any more kids yet, but hopefully I will in the future, because yeah, this stuff act definitely is giving me way more incentive to use the kids, because the void critters and the puppet theater are so much fun in this. I think the puppet theater is unfortunately a bit overshadowed by the void critters, but the puppet theater is still super fun, and it helps build the social skill. Unfortunately, the game station doesn't build any skills at all, which is kind of surprising, but maybe it is because they thought, oh, okay, yeah, the game station's a bit overshadowing the puppet theater, so yeah, this is what Ashley made right over here. This is just really nice. You have like some seating area, you still have some bookshelves if you want to read, and then yeah, you got the game station over here. So let's start a club gathering. Friends of the Void Critters club gathering is started, so they'll be on their way. I did notice that in order to battle void critters against other sims, you really do need to actually be on the lot and not in the common space. But that's a minor little thing. You can just easily do like the go here together thing, and you'll be fine. So yeah, Brittany is the leader of this club as well, and I'll just bring up the club panel again so you can easily see all the rules there. Yeah, they haven't banned anything. Maybe we'll ban reading later, I don't know, but just so they don't get too distracted by books. So let's battle void critter against Carla, and we will use her Nymphia because that's her strongest one right now. So the power level goes up to level 10, and it's really cool. You can train the void critters and battle them. Wait, why isn't this working? Critter against Nymphia. Oh, that was really weird. I don't know. I've had some really weird routing failures recently. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, sometimes that happens. It's still not quite as bad as The Sims 3 is, but I don't know. It's really weird. So let's watch a battle in action, and then I'll show a little training sequence after this battle is finished. And they will get points towards their club since they do have the rule there in their club. There is also a club rule for the puppet theater, by the way. If you do want to have like a club just for performing with the puppet theater, you can do that as well if you want. And one really cool little touch is that only the kids can see some of these special effects that come on the screen, like the scratching and the rock shattering and explosions and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, it's like part of like the kid's imagination. And that's really cool. It is kind of weird that Sims with the childish trait can't see those either, but yeah, it's alright, I guess. It's not a huge deal to me. And only the kids can collect the Void Critters. Like, I guess if you set up a retail store, the adults could still buy the Void Critter cards, but you cannot have adults look for discarded toys. Only the kids can do that, and only the kids can battle on this. The adults can watch, however, and they can watch the puppet shows as well, but no, adults cannot use either of the new gameplay objects. And this battle system is super detailed. Like you can see, yeah, the Carla's Void Critter just went to sleep. And there are type advantages and disadvantages. I haven't memorized all of them yet, but I'm pretty sure like water is strong against fire. I have no idea what Void is strong or weak against, because yeah, there's 5 types. There's earth, wind, fire, void, and water. Oh no, Nymphia lost. And one of my other complaints about this stuff pack is that when you play against another sim who's not part of your household, they will use a randomly generated Void Critter, even if they already have collected a Void Critter when you played as them before, because Carla and Dean do have their own Void Critters, but yeah, for some reason they don't use the ones that I've collected for them. They just use randomly generated ones if I happen to face them as another sim, which is really weird. Like, if the sim doesn't have a Void Critter card, then that's perfectly understandable, but I don't know, that's just, like, yeah, that's another fairly major complaint I have with this stuff. Actually, Lindsay looks pretty bored just reading the book there. So yeah, I said I would show off the training sequence, because there is something pretty cute about that. Let's train the Nimbus. Oh, another weird routing failure. Hold on, let's move on to this one over here. See if this one works any better. Okay, looks like that's gonna work. That's good. Alright. So, when the training sequence is in progress, the Freezer Bunny is there. So that's pretty funny. The Freezer Bunny is not a Void Critter, but it's a fun little sort of Easter egg. I just love how they incorporate the Freezer Bunny into different objects. Yeah, it looks like the Freezer Bunny was maybe paralyzed for a little bit. Yeah, this is such a cool object. I think this might actually make it to like my top 5 favorite objects ever in the entire Sims series. That's how much I'm enjoying the Void Critter aspect of this stuff pack. I mean, it's just like, wow, they fit all of this into a stuff pack. I never expected to get a collection in a pack type like this. In the stuff pack, it's just what? So I think that's all I really wanted to show off with the Void Critters. So we'll go and show off the puppet theater. So let's perform the Creature of Granite Falls for all of them. Okay, good, Lindsay, we'll wake up. yeah, I like how the puppet theater actually has doors on either side of it, because I assumed it would be through the back, but no. This is definitely a lot better what they did, because it works better routing wise. It'll be easier to fit in. So, well, it only shows, yeah, when I'm not in tab mode. But there, you can see the social skill is building up a little bit. And the lower their social skill is, the higher the chance is that their hand will come up without a puppet, which is pretty funny. And the more social skill your sim has, the more puppet shows you unlock. There's 5 of them. And yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, Sims can like sit and talk at the same time. I've actually had Sims check their text messages while watching the puppet show, which is pretty rude, but yeah. Oh, there we go. She accidentally messed up with that. And yeah, each of the puppet shows have like a storyline and stuff, and he's like bumped in, and I just love how the detective there, like he had like that scrunched face that's kind of like what Kermit does on the Muppets. It just, yeah, I love the Muppets, so it's a nice little nod to that, I suppose. This is just so adorable. Oh, and the fight is breaking out. Oh. Lindsay's like, oh, I don't like that they're fighting. And if there is no seating nearby, the Sims will actually sit on their knees on the ground and watch that way. Where's Carla? Oh, she's watching on the Hippopotamin. Alright. Cool, cool. And, oh, by the way, there are lots of different moodlets with the game station. For some reason, it looks like she didn't get one just now, which is really odd. But there's ones like Get Wrecked if your sim gets totally destroyed. There's like Close Wins too that help get them into the focused emotion. And there's ones for like winning. And there's lots of different moodlets with the Puppet Station as well, where there's like Break a Leg, which is the positive moodlet, and there's ones where they get like a bad moodlet for performing a really bad puppet show. And yeah, it's so highly detailed. I love it. Okay, it just ended. Let's see what sort of moodlet she got out of this. She got the broke a leg moodlet, so I'll read that one. Well, not literally, of course. Brittany put on a wonderful puppet performance. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I think I'll show off one more puppet, and just to speed this up a little bit, I'll use the UI Cheats extension mod to drag the knees up a little bit. Yeah, because I know a couple of you were like asking about that in the Monsters Under the Bed video. That's such a good mod. I don't know how I lived without it. All right, so no, you don't need to do that anymore. Let's do the Notebook Snatcher, and then perform for all of them again. And let's see how this one pans out. And I'll leave the rest of the puppet shows up for you guys to discover. But yeah, oh my gosh, like, this is so cute. This is such a cute stuff bag. This is easily my favorite stuff pack. Yep, Perfect Patio has finally been topped. This, I definitely recommend it to anyone who plays The Sims 4. I think the only stuff pack I would not recommend this to is like players who pretty much never play with kids and are not interested in playing with kids. But otherwise, do not play The Sims 4 without Kids Room stuff. I super highly recommend this stuff pack. It's yeah, it's so wonderful, and it really opens up the kid aspect of this game so much more. And like I've said before, it's definitely influencing my gameplay style a little bit, where I actually want to make more families now. Because like between like this stuff pack and the Monsters Under the Bed and the kids being able to have nightmares like in the free update, like wow, there's just suddenly so much more family gameplay. But I am really hoping that this is just the tip of the iceberg. I really hope there will be more family and kid-oriented gameplay, and maybe elder-oriented gameplay too in the future. Because yeah, we have so much stuff like for parties and young adults. We really need more family stuff. it really feels like between Dine Out and Kids Room stuff, they're really following through with our request, because a lot of us wanted restaurants, a lot of us have wanted more stuff for kids, and they're finally giving more of that content to us. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. I'm not quite ready to fully have my faith restored in The Sims 4, but this is a really good sign. Things are going in a good direction. It's interesting that bunk beds are not in this stuff pack. They totally could have added them, but I see why they didn't either, because yeah, like the puppet station, or not the puppet station, the puppet theater and the game station are a lot more exciting than just a new type of bed that has 2 beds instead of 1. So hopefully we'll still get bunk beds in a game pack or an expansion pack later on, because yeah, I really want bunk beds really bad. And also in my notes here is that most of the objects, in my opinion, are too expensive. Like, they're kid objects, yet most of them are really expensive. Like, yeah, I can understand the puppet theater and the game station being expensive objects, but a lot of the other objects are really expensive, more expensive than I think kids' objects should be, which I think is a little bit odd. And also with the monster under the bed, it's just a side note here I didn't get to cover in my last video, but the childish trait Sims that are adults don't actually see the monster under the bed either. And with the new bed that comes in Kids Room stuff, the monster actually can appear under those beds too, regardless of the drawers. They do clip through them though. And I also have had one instance where the monster actually appears on a bed that's against the wall, but it appears on the side of the bed that's against the wall, so the monster's like clipping through to the outside of the house, which is kind of awkward. But that's more of a negative for the patch rather than this stuff pack, since the monster under the bed didn't come with this stuff pack. Oh, she's playing more with the game station. Yeah, it is really cool how you can like level up your void critters. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. So yeah, like I said, definitely get this stuff pack. Like, this is pretty much a must-have, unless you hate playing as kids in this game. And yeah, once again, thank you to SimGuru Drake and the community team for allowing me early access to this stuff pack. I mean, I was already so excited for the stuff pack when it was announced, but then when I got that email, I was like, what? I was like practically bouncing off the walls. And thank you all for supporting me and helping me get to this point. And yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got to play this early. So cool. So cool. But yeah, be sure to leave a like or a comment or even subscribe, whatever you feel like doing, because it lets me know that you like my channel, my videos, and it helps you keep up to date more easily with the latest content from me, including future stuff pack reviews, my Let's Plays, my info/thoughts on the latest Sims related news, and other stuff, including Sonic games, indie games, and much more. So I will talk to you later, guys, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!